So a lot of you were asking about the code. So here it is. This is set up, like your network name and password. And then more setup, like pins, serial, connect to Wi-Fi, set up your client. And then in the loop, you read the sensor value. And if you're connected to Wi-Fi, you set up like your endpoints, your URLs, and make the requests. If you get something back, you store the responses. And for the get request, which is gets the data to whether like if the LED should be on or not, if it's true, it'll set it to high. If it's false, it'll set it to low. And then I have else statements giving errors if like you don't get anything. And then you close your connection. And then this is a error if your Wi-Fi is not connected. And then I'm just making it's like spamming HTTP requests. And there's probably a better way. And if you know of one, let me know. My Express server is pretty simple. Um, yeah, you got the database like variables or like all the necessary stuff like user password, and you make a connection. Here you select power from props. This basically returns just it returns this statement. So true or false to the ESP, where it can determine whether it should turn on or turn on or off the LED. This section is from the React Native app, and it returns this statement, which will give the user how bright it is, or how bright the ESP sensor is getting. So dim, very bright, dark. This handles the post request at this endpoint, which is the post request or post request from the post methods from the ESP32. And it just stores it into the sensor table. Yeah, yeah. So I just have a bunch in there. And then this section handles the post requests at this endpoint, which comes from the React Native app. And what it does is it just updates the power value. So like true or false. Like true or is my server not running? No, it is. Oh, I just need false. And then here it just listens at port 3000. It basically just starts up your server at port 3000. Um, and that's about it for my Express server. And then my React Native app is pretty simple. I just have water, light. That's where I store the state of water and light. Water being a boolean, light being like dim or dark or bright. and then I just display the light value here, and then for water, if it's true, I'll display on, or if it's false, currently off. I got two buttons that the first one, if you press it, it'll make a post request of the value of water. Um, and then when you click it, water, the value also changes to like true to false or false to true, and it'll send that value to the database. So you can turn on and off the light. And then the other button is refresh. And what it does, it just makes a request and gets the light data and just sets bright to one of these based off of what the light value is, like if it's 89, 0, or 75, and it'll set light to that, and set light sets light. And yeah, that's about it. You can see, if I click, I have the app up right now. If I click water, it'll say true. If I click water again, it'll say false. And I could click refresh. And it'll give you the like res response from like the queries, because I have a bunch of console logs in my server. But yeah, if you know of any other better way to do it, comment below.